So last time we classified all our transactions for Rita Retail. This is exercise 9, continued, and we sorted our cogs, and there they are there. What we're going to do now is move all these accounts over into our financial statements. This is the real fun. I'm going to cut and paste them in. And so I'm just going to take a copy of those and paste them down there just as a bit of insurance in case I make an error. So let's look at the top here. We've got ACACAC standing for assets current. We chose to do it that way, so we got all our assets falling out together when we sorted them. 3 current assets, here they are. Are they in the right order? We want them in order of liquidity. Cash at bank, debtors, inventory. The answer is yes, that's just fortuitous. It probably automatically sorted in order of the values over here. In any case, I'm going to Control X for cut, and over here in the balance sheet under current assets, Control V for paste. And there they are. They've disappeared from here, makes it easy to know exactly where I am. Next, I've got 2 non-current assets, need to go down here. Here they are. They're not in order of liquidity, so I just might do them one at a time. Shop fixtures and fittings. There it is, cut and paste. And the second one, land and buildings, cut and paste. Disappeared from there, reappeared over here. One of those items is didn't quite fit. Now it does. Beautiful. There it is. What's next over here? We've got our cogs. We've got 6 items over here. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. Okay, let's copy those, rather select them, Control X and Control V for paste. There they are. We might have another line there for something or rather. We might check out our model statements in a moment to see what could go there. Next cab's off the rank, or is it next cab off the rank? We've got EA for admin expenses. 2 of these, they're going to go over here. So select them again, Control X, Control V for paste. There they are, our admin expenses. EF is our finance expense to go down here. There it is. Select that, Control X and paste. EQ. So this is our equity. This is part of our statement of changes in equity. And we've got opening capital and we've got drawings. So opening capital we know goes first up there under equity. There it is. And then we've got drawings. Does drawings go next? Well, you probably could. Let's have a look at our model statements. Opening capital, add profit, less drawings is closing capital. So we've got this profit figure there, and we haven't got profit as a listing, as an account on our Rita Retail. So that's probably something that we have to actually calculate in this process. So let's just write this in here, add. There it is, add the profit. Now I'm going to put in my drawings, cut and paste. There it is. We'll sort those figures out later where they need to go. Back over here, ES for sales expenses. We've got 3 of them. Let's cut and paste. There they are. LC for current liability. 1 of those. Cut, paste. The next is bank loan, non-current liability, cut and paste. And then we've got 3 sales items. We've got cash sales, credit sales, and sales returns. And they can all go together collectively up there. There they are. So we have transferred all of our items, our accounts and their balances into, we hope and believe, the correct places in our financial statements. Now the balances aren't quite in the right place. We're going to move those around. So cash sales. If we highlight those 3, I can cut them and paste them over there if I want. Alternatively, I can highlight these 3 and move my cursor over the edge of that green line around the 3 items I've selected, and I can click and drag. Boom, bar. Oops, not quite right. A little bit tricky. There you go. Sorted that one out. So we've got cash sales, credit sales. With all our sales, we want to add those two together. We want to add them together and put the figure here. I'm going to type in equals. I'm going to use this little calculation called sum. Right, SUM, then a bracket. Then I'm going to highlight these two figures. Okay. Now, alternatively, I could have gone equals, select that cell, add, select that cell, and I could have done it that way, but I chose to use the sum calculation, function rather, because we're going to use that later on because it's a very, very handy function to use. So, cash sales, credit sales, I'm going to click into this cell, move my cursor over to the left and write in less sales returns, because that's what we want. And I'm going to grab this figure here and drag it over there. I could have cut and pasted, that will have done. And I want to put this figure in here. Let's just have a look at the model statements. Less sales returns is net sales. Let's do that, shall we? Net sales, there we are. I might like to highlight it just like the other one was. And this is going to equal our total sales minus sales returns. There it is, 250. 252 minus 2 is 250. Beautiful. Now our cost of goods sold. These items, let's have a look at our model statement. Here they are. Most of the balances reside in this second column, and it's just the purchases and purchase returns is in the first column. So I'm going to highlight all of that, drag it over there, and my purchases and purchase returns I'm going to just drag back. There we are. I'm going to double click into this cell, write in less there, less purchase returns, and here in this cell equals 54 minus 5 is 49,000. There it is. Closing inventory, I'm going to move over here, and I want to add up all of these figures here and put it there. So I select this cell, type in equals, type in SUM, bracket, and then highlight this whole column. Hit enter, there it is. That figure there is the sum of all of that, which is $350,000. Less closing inventory. So I'm going to write that in there. It's squashed up a bit there. I'm going to open that column up. There it is. Now this figure here, all of that less that is equal to cost of goods sold. There it is. Now I'll highlight that. And I'll put that right on the outside column here. Equals all of that minus closing inventory. This is the cost of goods sold. That figure right there is the total cost of all goods available for sale, less our closing inventory is $150,000. I want to highlight that. And our net sales minus cost of goods sold is equal to our gross profit. So equals net sales minus cost of goods sold equals $100,000. That's our gross profit. Then we're going to add up all our operating expenses. I'm going to move these over into the second column. That's where they tend to reside. And I want to do little subtotals here. I want to add up all of these and put that total there. So I will select this cell and type in equals SUM, bracket, and then I'm going to select those three items there. Press enter. Done. I can go to that one, go to that cell, Control C for copy, and paste that there. If I double click on this, it's actually summing 3 cells. What have I done there? I've summed up these 2 cells. What I did was I copied this one down and it just brought it down for me. This one here that is the total there. So I'm just going to go this equals that. There we are. Our total expenses is the sum of these 3 subtotals here. So in this cell here, I want to type in equals SUM bracket and then highlight these 3 subtotals. There it is. Hit enter. And there's our total expenses. And profit is equal to gross profit minus total expenses. So select this cell equals gross profit minus total expenses equals $30,000. Beautiful. That is our profit. That figure goes up here. I'm going to type equals and I'm going to write equals up here and then I'm going to select this cell right there. And there it is. Love it. Our drawings, less drawings. I'm going to move that over here. This cell here, I'm going to add up both of these here, equals, I might just go equals that plus that equals that. And this figure here is the sum of those 2 figures there, that one minus that one. So I'm going to type in here equals this minus that equals, and that figure right there is called closing capital. 30 June 2020. There we are. I like it. From here, put that over there. This figure here, equity, is equal to that figure there. Our current assets, let's sum those up. We want to do a subtotal here, equals SUM, sum bracket, and then select those 3. There it is. This one here, I want to do the same. I'm going to go back up here and do a copy and paste. Copy that one there, paste that one there. Now it is summing 3 cells, but I don't care, it doesn't matter, it still gives me the correct figure. Now this one here, I'm just going to equals that figure there. This cell here equals that figure there. Now I want to total assets back here. This cell here, I want to add up my current assets and my non-current assets. So equals SUM, select those 2 figures there. There is my total assets. Down here, I want to add up my total liabilities. Equals SUM bracket, select those 2 figures, hit enter. There it is. Total assets and total liabilities. Now our net assets is equal to total assets minus total liabilities, 385,600, and that equals 385,600 here. And this, I'm going to highlight this figure here must equal that figure there. And if it does, you can be happy that it's correct. If it doesn't, you need to investigate it and troubleshoot. There you are, Rita Retail, creating statement of changes in equity and the balance sheet in an Excel spreadsheet. Excellent learning activity. You know this, that you're adding up is correct, but it teaches you where to add, where to subtract, and where to place your figures. And it's an excellent way to learn to create your financial statements. And it's more accurate, and it's neater and prettier. And all the best.